Hello balls, today just another random YouTuber will tell you some of the coolest details of One Punch Man which you might have missed while enjoying it, so without punching any serious punch, let's get started. In episode 1, when the giant monster and his scientist brother were destroying the city, there was a scene when that giant monster waves his hand in there and destroys a part of the city. In case you forgot it, give it a look. This was actually a foreshadowing of Saitama's strength. In episode 5, when Saitama was fighting against Genos, you will remember the scene where Saitama was about to punch Genos but stops right in front of his face, but due to the shockwave of Saitama's punch, a large rock was broken down to ashes. In this, the writer wants to tell you that the giant monster was able to destroy only a small part of the city, but Saitama is way powerful. This is one of the best ways to tell the strength of the main protagonist I have ever seen. In episode 2, when Genos was about to destruct himself in order to kill the mosquito girl, Saitama saves Genos by slapping her. If you remember the scene where Genos asks Saitama his name, you will see that the clouds in the air have been ripped apart from the middle. This happened due to Saitama's slap. This is another great way to show the main character's strength. In episode 5, when Saitama was fighting against Genos, there was a scene when Saitama comes in front of the Genos and he attacks right away. If you watch the scene at 0.25x speed, you will see a yellow flash going from the right of Genos. Have a look. This flash is actually Saitama. When Genos attacked him, he dodged it and went from right to Genos, and he was so fast that even Genos couldn't notice it. In episode 9, the Deep-Sea King punches Saitama because Saitama called him a sea freak. If you see the scene closely, you will see that when Deep-Sea King punches Saitama, the rain in the radius stops for a few seconds. Have a look. This shows that Deep-Sea King was actually very strong. It was just his bad luck that he met Saitama. By the way, there is one more detail in this. When Deep-Sea King punches Saitama, the rain stops in their radius for a few seconds, but when Saitama punches Deep-Sea King, the rain of whole city stops and sky gets cleared. And there is one more point that I would like to add, that when Saitama punched Deep-Sea King, the Deep-Sea Ling died at his position instead of flying through the solar system. The Deep-Sea King was actually very strong. Props to him. In episode 12, when Boros uses his move Meteoric Burst, he sends Saitama to the moon, but he comes back by jumping. You may remember that when Saitama comes back to Earth and land on Boros' ship, that part of the ship is bent down, but when Boros is seen in the next scene, the place where he is attending is bent down instead of Saitama's. How did this happen? This was probably an animation error. When Boros was about to use his final move, Collapsing Star Roaring Cannon, you will see a scene where we hear the heartbeat sound. Check it. Actually, this heartbeat appeared in the first episode as well. When Saitama was fighting subterraneans, this heartbeat sound appears. This heartbeat sound contains a meaning. This heartbeat was played when the Boros and Saitama both were getting a tough fight. So this means that this heartbeat is a symbol of fighting with feeling. There is one more thing, that when Boros was running towards Saitama, he said that this man makes go all out. His running stance was very similar to Saitama's when Saitama was running towards the Subterranean King. This means that Saitama was about to go all out on the Subterranean King. He wished if he didn't hit the alarm. This may also answer you that why Saitama didn't finish Boros with one punch. Actually, when Boros told Saitama that he was too strong due to which he was not able to get a worthy opponent. Saitama related this with him, that's why he decided to give Boros the fight of his life before ending him. Fun fact, when Saitama uses his final move, serious punch, he punches Boros and throws him far away. Actually, he never even touched Boros. It was Shockwave which repelled his rays. When Saitama uses his final move and punches Boros, we are shown an evening sky for a few seconds and night sky with flowers waving. This was to show that Saitama's punch was so strong that it didn't just rip apart the clouds, it caused a wind to the other side of the earth where it is actually a different. This shows that Saitama punch affected the whole world. Also, you remember the scene when we are shown that Saitama's punch ripped apart the clouds to a really large distance. If you want to know that till how far Saitama's punch's shockwave went, it actually covered a whole round of Earth. You can see here that the place where Saitama used his punch, till there the clouds had been ripped apart and circumference of the Earth is about 40,000 kilometers. So we can say that Saitama's serious punch can affect the places till 40,000 kilometers. Before ending the video, I would like to give you a fun fact. When Saitama used the serious punch, he actually used only 5% of his strength.